here your top 3 quarterback storylines for Week 10.
MJ, some great storylines on tap for this weekend. And let's start with a couple young guys. We all want to know where the future of the NFL is going. Well, we're going to get a chance to see that when Tua and Justin go head-to-head this weekend. And they've been doing it different ways. Tua just a couple starts, but he's been very efficient, getting the ball out of his hands, making the right play, and even some big plays with his legs. And then you have Justin Herbert, who has been all about the big play, pushing the ball down the field. And I know quarterbacks play against the opposing team's defense, but we always know who's quarterbacking the guy on the other side. These two guys, same draft class, want to prove that they're the star of that draft class. Number 2, everybody's got to be excited about this storyline, and that is Alex Smith getting back under center as the starter. Been almost 2 years. We all know, well documented, the injury that he suffered. Would he ever come back? We've seen him play in some backup roles up to this point, but now to be inserted back into the starting role, to get a week under his belt. I'm so excited for him and his family just to be back out there, to see him in that starting role once again. He's in the number 2 spot. And then the number 1 spot, we talked about a couple of those young rookie quarterbacks that have been playing really well. Well, this guy to me has been playing the best of the bunch, and that's Joe Burrow. He has been consistent week in and week out. I know it hasn't turned into a lot of wins for their football team, but they have been extremely competitive, and his ability to see defenses, decipher, and get the ball out of his hands has been second to none this year. So let's welcome in that Steelers defense that does a great job of confusing quarterbacks, making them think a little bit extra. So this is going to give us a really good gauge of how good Joe Burrow not only has been to this point, but how good he can be through the rest of the year. Can't wait for that matchup.
I know you're probably thinking that I'm only concerned about the Tua and Justin Herbert matchup, but I'm actually really excited and right there with you about Alex Smith. He's just the guy you can't help but to root for him. Kurt, thank you. And you can watch Kurt and the entire Game Day morning crew on Sunday, 9 Eastern on NFL Network.
Takes a snap. Here's the blitz. Tosses it out. It is picked off. He's going to take it to the house all the way. D-Hall for a touchdown.
Snap to Rodgers, looking plenty of time. Lofts it right side. Got a man. James Jones. Touchdown.
Stafford. Quick slant. It's intercepted. Picked off the Angelo Hall. Inside the 10. Nice move. He's going to go. The playmaker does it. Touchdown.
Snap to A-Rod. Looking around. Throws the middle.
Yes.
Touchdown. Touchdown to James Jones.
That is the definition of a hype video. D-Hall and JJ, I'll send it over for you for me versus you.
MJ, I appreciate the love. JJ, we at it again, man. I ain't gonna waste no time. Tell me who you like this week.
Man, listen, we got some good matchup this week, man, on the perimeter out here, man, that I'm absolutely loving. But, man, my matchup to watch, hey, Brandon Ayuk, San Francisco 49ers, going up against Lattimore and that Saints defense. Last week, Coach Shanahan came out and said in his game plan, he had about 25 design plays to go to Brandon Ayuk. And then the COVID hit. So you better believe that they are going to find ways to get him to rock. Lattimore is coming off a big-time shutdown game against Mike Evans and them Bucks. But this young fella right here, who everybody is comparing to Devontae Adams, is going to give him everything he wants on Sunday. I can't wait to see the matchup, but I like Brandon Ayuk in this one. He's too dangerous, too versatile. They give him the ball in so many different places. I like him in this matchup, D-Hall.
And how did I know somehow we were going to get a Green Bay reference out of all of that? Hey, look, I'm going with Lattimore. Like you just said, man, this kid just had a game in which he had to see AB, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. You think he worried about Brandon Ayuk? Man, I ain't worried about Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk, I do love you though, bro. But let me tell you my me versus you, all right? You gonna love this. It's Bills Mafia, Tre'Davious White, all right? Tre'Davious is going to be going up against DeAndre Hopkins. And I tell you what, I like D-Hop in this. I've always been, a guy who rocked with the defense. But I got to go D-Hop. D-Hop is coming off a game in which he had 3 receptions on 3 targets. Come on, man. You got to put this dude more in your game plan, man. And Kyler Murray, he did all he could in that game against the Dolphins. It's going to take him throwing the football to DeAndre Hopkins. I'm telling you, The Buffalo Bills cannot defend Kyler Murray and double DeAndre Hopkins. They got to pick their poison. And I think they're going to try to contain Kyler Murray. And by doing that, D-Hop is going to free himself up, baby.
Wait, say who you taking again?
I'm taking D-Hop.
Okay, man, my dude is taking the wideouts. I'm just making sure I heard that correctly, man. I'm just making sure I heard it correct. My defensive back, lockdown corner, D-Hall is taking the wide out. He's taking Hop. And I absolutely agree, man. He gets so many opportunities. He's coming off a game where they did give him a lot of opportunities.